Good evening. I was searching for something a little bit more nautical themed, and this is what I've got as a background music. It's chirpy. It's what you expect from sailors. They're always like chirpy and like "arr" and that stuff. It may be a little bit too early for in regards to the era of these ships, but we'll give it a go for a little while at least, so to see how things pan out, really. Hello, greetings, welcome to another Wednesday Night Warships, or the first Wednesday Night Warships, because I haven't called it Wednesday Night Warships before. So that's new. Anywho, greetings, salute. I have the beer that I now enjoy more. This is it's a German, naturally brewed according to the German purity law. That sounds so wrong. But it is the Warsteiner. There, the Warsteiner. Hello, greetings. And Luke's first yet again. He's getting good at turning up early, although he does sort of wait for me to announce these at certain areas, I'm sure. He's lurking somewhere. It's just like, first! Cunning that boy. Takes after his dad. Nice. Anyway, welcome to Hump Day, midweek Fandango. That is Wednesday. How are you all doing as I activate my phone so I can actually see the messages and stuff? I'm tired. I'm old and wizened and slightly Gandalf today. It's been last week or so. It has been really quite busy, hard at work. So I'm exhausted. But I thought, no, I'll be here because I can unwind. Just doing some hobby, chilling out. And yes, I did do the old hair before coming on tonight as well. So freshly shaven and showered. Only the freshest products on this channel. Wish I could say more about the jokes that are recycled repeatedly, as well as the stories, the tales I have told. But yes, sorry I decaled down. And Rob swoops in, claiming second place. See, now he's onto it. He's in there. So that's three of us. See, obviously, Engine Phil's not here at the moment. Whether or not he turns up later, who knows? It'll be a surprise, I'm sure. And we'll all go, yay, Engine Phil is here, and sing the songs of his people. But until then, he's not here. And three likely chaps, as in myself, Rob, and Luke, who have all jumped onto the Dystopians bandwagon recently. We've all got our own little factions. So Luke's gone with the Enlightened, and Rob's gone with the Empire, which is the Asian, sort of like the Chinese, and I think it's a China, Korea, Japan sort of grouping. The Enlightened are abusers of orcas and whales and dolphins. Yeah, they just launch. They launch orcas at people because they can. They have the technology to fire a killer whale at your face. No, I did not. I think I did notice you did post something somewhere earlier, and I was driving, so I could not reply. And to be honest, it has been all go because I was in desperate need of getting home, getting in the shower, and addressing the hair. I spend hours just sitting there brushing my hair, making sure it's perfect for the live stream. But yes, I think I did get a gist of what you said. So that's a good, nice little addition, because obviously all previous boxes, such as these are really nice boxes. I still can't get over how nice these boxes are. Ooh, shiny, and having instructions, because obviously online instructions is one thing, but it's always nice to have the paper instructions. But Rob recently got himself he pre-ordered the latest like big ship, the Hachiman carrier type ship for his Empire fleet, and he ordered it like last week when the pre-order went up, and then he got a notification that it'd been shipped like the next day. I was like, what? That's a pre-order, and it's already shipped, and he's already got it, and so he's been perving over that. Hey, hello, Mellow Shade. Hello, you lovely little chipper chap, you. How are you doing? Can't wait to get back to my fleet. Good. Not sure if they're all in the boxes, but defo in the new one. So, well, as I said, the couple that I've got, I've never had any instructions in there, but obviously then I realised they were online, so no problem. Pre-order for one day. Yeah, so you are lucky to get your Hachiman already. So think yourself as a blessed exemplar of Hachimanness. Evening Mellow Shade. Sorry. I actually, for the first time, posted my previous efforts with Dystopian Wars on my Instagram today. And was it today or was it last night I did it? It might have been last night, actually. No. Come back here. And yeah, I've actually been really impressed by the sort of feedback and like the interaction I've had. So at the moment, so it's just the old pictures that I've posted up somewhere. We are currently on 850 people who've liked the post. So there's a lot of love for this game out there, or the models, because obviously I just posted up and said, yeah, I've started painting these things. So that's quite encouraging. And a few of the comments, there's been a few comments on there as well where people are saying like, oh yeah, I was like, I like the look of it, but because there's lack of people in my area, but hopefully we can get a few more involved wherever the people are in the world, because ship combat it tends to amount to Titan combat, but without legs. Titans are walking ships, right? Like a warhound's like a destroyer, and a destroyer is just a flat floaty warhound. There you go. I've made the connection between AT and DW. Anywho, so yeah, it's been enjoyable. So these little chaps here and these little chaps over here, so these are what I've been working on the last couple of days. I say last couple of days, I've hobbied once this week, which was, when was that? Jesus. Could have been Sunday, I'm not sure. but I started painting these the other day. Haven't had an opportunity to hobby since, because other things in life have become an issue to deal with, and plus I've just been so tired. So these are the Caliburn frigates, because these are the Excalibur heavy destroyers. I've got these out because I've got the Excaliburs out because I wanted to paint some more, because these little bits here, like the little wooden planking on the actual tops and the sides there. So I wanted to do some more to them. The Caliburn, I have already done the base colours and washes. Got to pick out the gold filigree bits here and windows. I've also drilled the barrels on the light cannons that they're equipped with. So I've also decided to start Necromunda Ogrins and still have some monsters to paint for Monster Hunters. There's so much to do. Yeah, but you've got a lovely little hobby process going on there, Rob, so it's all good. I just expect nothing less from you. Who, me? What have I done? I've done nothing. I'm just here. I'm just hanging out with you guys. So yeah, well, Rob's working on some Necromunda Ogrins, his Hachiman and Monster Hunters. Luke, you're getting back into doing your Enlightened ships. Mellow Shades disappeared. So we'll find out what he's been doing as well. Also, we've got in a couple of weeks' time Salute, so that'll be awesome. So yeah, cheers to everyone. I'm mellowing. I'm this isn't very seaman like. Yeah. This. So, as we all know, now I'm playing music in the background. Which, oh no. What am I doing? Because no copyright on music, so I can have music in the background. This is the Chill Sailing Voyage compilation. No copyright, as it says on the actual YouTube thing. I suppose this is getting back to it, but anyway, yes. Right, I get some paintbrushes for that. I've been talking for like 13 minutes and 8 seconds, and I've not actually painted anything. I've just been talking, which is always the way it happens with these sort of hobby hangouts. Also, I've not had anything for dinner tonight, so this alcohol will probably affect me a lot quicker than normal. So apologies if I just start rambling. And yes, let's. So yeah, so far, I'm really happy how these have been received by the general public. Well, on YouTube, on Twitter, there's not been a lot, but then there's never, in comparison to Instagram, it's very, very. I always get more likes and stuff on Instagram than I do on Twitter. Then again, I have a lot more followers on Instagram, so that probably is why. But yeah, anyway. We're going to go for the gold? We're going to go for the gold. So, Playhold liquid gold. Yes, I put some balls into it. Balls always make things better. Although, I don't appreciate the safety, because that's not actually open, that's dried solid. This is going to be a long evening. I might have to resort to plan B. Oh no, I've got it. I got it. Don't you worry. Woo! But I have also just blocked off all my brushes, which is never a clever thing to do. I am returned. Yay! Welcome back from whence you went. I was talking so much about Dystopian Wars, there's like so much stuff. So the other day when I was working on those Reavers, most of the comments were involving the fact that I was using a flat brush and the condition of said flat brush. You know, yes, I don't necessarily use perfectly tipped brushes. I abuse my brushes and I go through a lot of brushes, but I handle them quite well. And when you get into the working with these sort of things, it just flows, it works. You know how to handle a brush. So what are you working on tonight anyway, Militiate? Are you working on hobby or are you doing other interesting things? I saw some of the artwork for the Night Warship and I'm excited. Oh, really? Was that on the post for it? Because I noticed that Daz is painting. He's actually the Hatchet Man. He's working on the War Cradle Facebook page. Good old Daz. I think I've only seen Daz for a couple of years. I met with his partner Emma in Tesco's semi-recently with his boy, or one of them anyway, because his eldest was in my youngest's class. Well, they were in the same class at school, in junior school. But yeah, they were good friends. So obviously that's when I used to sort of pick them up. You'd either be, or Darren used to drop them off on occasions. On the days I was dropping off my runs. So we should catch up with him then. I took a break from painting armour and managed to finish an old metal Screaming Skull catapult, and now I'm back on Reaver Titans. Oh, nice. We appreciate Reaver Titans here, you know that. Reaver Titans are awesome. So this Vallejo Gold really does go on really smoothly. I've never been a big fan of metallics, apart from Lead Belcher, because that does everything. But, you know, in recent years, like with the advent of Retributor Gold and Liberator Gold, which I have used quite a lot on certain things now. But this Vallejo stuff is just well, it's just glorious. The pigment in it is just wonderful. I'm not sponsored by any paint company, but you know, sometimes I'd heard people saying about metallics from Vallejo, and I was in Harlow. It was Marquee Models in Harlow, because obviously I work near there. And as I was walking around the store looking at stuff, I saw that they had this Vallejo Gold. So I thought, ooh, I'll try some of that. And I have not been disappointed. I just realised I missed this back bit as well. So I'll do that in a sec. No, 80 scale, my 30/40k Reaver is still just less. Do you know what? Is that the same one you messaged me about 5 years ago about asking for like help with building? Probably. So get this on, and because I will be going over the gold anyway with a light wash of water down Agrax, because it does help to sort of tie in the metallics, make them a little bit more subtle. But then I will probably just give it a touch up afterwards. Actually, like Rob, this music was actually quite. This is how I imagine is playing on board your Empire cruisers. I've also got to keep an eye on the time, because this actual thing is not as long as the one I've been playing the last couple of live streams as well. Because the last thing I want to do is get adverts start playing, because that might cause issue with copyright stuff. I don't know how it all operates on this sort of thing, whether or not they will still allow it to be played in the background, but it's not what I want to risk. Also paying the crap load of the 80 counters, I need to magnetise them so I can use them on my terminals. Yeah, I know, that's the thing, that's annoying, isn't it? Where they change from card stock to plastic, really did a number. So got all that to sort of worry about and to deal with at some point. I have over 3Ks of word bearers painted now, so I can justify going back to it. That's fair. I need to do that too, Rob. Yep, got all the stuff, magnetise my terminals. So, yeah. So there's always things to do within the hobby, isn't there? Like, I've only painted up, I suppose, one load of like the tokens for AT out of the many starter sets and Grandmaster boxes that I bought over the years. Well, okay, one Grandmaster box first one. But the I have given away some of the stuff as well for people to get into the hobby. There's only so much bloody stuff you need. This one's going to need a little bit more tidying up than the others, I think. Yeah, so as I said, with the response and reaction to posting up Dystopian Wars on my Instagram, I was actually really pleasantly surprised by the amount of sort of love out there at the moment. So it bodes well, because normally, like, when I don't know why, but on my Instagram, and you can go through obviously all the stuff that I've posted up over the course of years. Like, if I post up Titans, you get a nice response. If I post up War Master Titans, though, they're the ones that get a lot of love in comparison to other Titans. If I post up Astartes, not a lot at all. So it's definitely, like, you know, and I was a bit worried when I posted up the thing, the Avalon and Britannia, but yeah, it's been really good. I can't complain. Well, to be fair, with that, Rob, I've been on Instagram for a good few years, and it is, you know, I don't do sort of promotions and stuff or anything like that, so I just literally just keep posting, and I've seen other people that have, like, got more followers and likes and stuff because they're better painters. Now, obviously, with yourself, you know, with the stuff you're doing with Battle Bunnies as well, you know, it's not going to take long. So I often, you know, share your stuff on like a reel or something. Anyway, so just keep on plug. That's what you can do. Keep on plugging away, because you do paint some amazing models. There's a machine on, baby. Yeah, so, like, the other thing with responses, like, things that I think is like, oh, that's really cool, I really like that, and they get fuck all. Like, why don't you like this stuff? And it's always the work in progress ones as well. I think I got, like, a load of likes for just showing a open box of a Warlord Titan, which was just bonkers. 2,080 followers over 348 posts. That's probably a little bit over half the amount of posts that I've done. I'll be honest with you. What made the biggest change in my follower count was last year's Titan Walk, and that video I posted of Lee's Imperial, because when we was at the Titan Walk, pardon my French, at the Titan Walk, I was just coming up to 5,000 followers, and after posting that video, it just went bonkers. Like, the video has had over 500,000 views, so that helped a hell of a lot, to be fair. And it wasn't even my model. That's why I obviously put in, like, God, mentioned Lee in there. This is a good little shanty going on. So that's the thing with like unpainted work in progress. Gets more like some complete models. My sorry, I've got to sneeze. Sorry, there's another one. Last year, it was the work in progress. Now, it was partially painted, to be fair. The Kratos War Master Iconoclast I was doing got twice as many likes as the completed version, and that was my best performing model that I painted. Obviously, the best performing was Godzilla's Lee's the video I put up. So, but with my own stuff, that was, yes, thank you. That was pretty good, and also that was like the only, like, when they had all the community painters who had painted their own War Masters. The only person who had more likes on theirs was Richard Gray. So I'm taking that. I'm taking that every day of the week. So, all good. Oh, I tell you what, anyone who has Apple TV, there's a film that's just come on there the other week. It's the story of how Tetris became a world phenomenon. Oh my God, it is just bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. And it is based on true events as well. And when you watch it, you go, yeah, I obviously, knowing what I know of that time and era, I can imagine that actually happening, and it's just crazy. But it was, it was just amazing to watch. Taron Egerton playing Hank Rogers, the Dutch American. Say, Rob, you've got a connection there straight away. Although you're not American. For a moment, put it back on. Again, more sea shanty. I might have to just, because I just realised I'd used Xandra dust. I've got an old Xandra dust here, and that's a little bit dry. So I'll go with that instead. Sound like a sea shanty. It's I do apologise. Just get that in there. Yeah. Painting wood. Okay. A lot of mysterious happenings going on recently today as well. So not only has it been busy at work, draining at work, in fact, there have been lots of kind of spooky happenings as well, where things get them falling down and the like. So, just, oh, that's all right, I'm going to touch up over there anyway, so it's fine. pew. Hey, Peter. How are you, buddy? Good evening to you too. What are you up to today? You hobbying? Just chilling out? I'll be painting ships. The background music's meant to be sort of like, you know, like sea-related, non-copyright music, and there's a lot that doesn't sound very sort of sea-themed as such. I popped into Wayland Monday evening. I did. Monday night at Wayland was heaving. There was like all the tables were full. A good majority of the hall, the cafeteria tables where they do all the card games, that was actually quite busy as well, but not as much as the like people playing 40k and stuff. So it was actually quite impressive. Still painting orcs. See, you are painting something different tonight. Yeah. I was. I thought I'd get on with some more tiny ships. So Dystopian Wars. These guys, the Excaliburs, were one of the first ones I painted up, but I'm just filling in extra detail that I missed. And these are the Caliburn frigates. So Excalibur heavy destroyers, Caliburn frigates. I'm learning stuff. Don't visit over the bank holiday weekend. We are closed. Oh no, no worries. I'm working anyway, to be fair. So I shall. I did remember seeing a post, I think Monday, go up saying about that. Closed for training and stuff. And only, was it this weekend? Well, next week, that's it. I think it's next weekend, not this weekend. Weekend after is Destination, or the Star Wars thing. We're going to Centre Parks. Awesome. Obviously, team building. Is that Thetford Forest you're going to? Thetford Forest is awesome. I love that one. I've been to two Centre Parks. Well, I've been to one Centre Parks twice, and that was Thetford Forest. So that's why I speak very highly of Thetford Forest. And one of the times I actually went there, I was queuing up with Sam for one of the log flume type rides, and in front of us was Elverden, Elverden Forest. Thetford, sorry. It's Thetford, that way. Elverden Forest, yes, that one. So queuing up for the big flume. In front of us was, I think her name was Casey something, but it was the actress who was from EastEnders who played Little Mo. So Little Mo and her, I think, immediate sister or friend and a couple of kids were there at Elverden Forest going down a log flume, or not log flume, a water slide. I think Sam's been to the one at Windsor. I think there's one at Windsor. No, not Windsor, or that way, over that side or something. So she's done Everton and the other one, Woburn. Woburn? I don't know. But Elverden is the better one. Yes. So yeah, so when I was in Wayland the other day, thought, oh, I'll pick up a few bits of paints. Shout out to Wogan. Agrax, you've changed so much. So much. You've gotten smaller, dude. I went to Wogan last year. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time. The thing with, I don't know if I said Woburn, I don't know, but at Elvedon, if you stayed in the main like hotel part, they have a revolving restaurant, which was quite cool. When I was going for breakfast, you start off in one position, and then next, when you finished, you're on the other side of where the room was. Whoa. But it's nice that you guys do that sort of stuff. So. They say food tastes better when you're revolving. Yes, salute is very soon. So let's say a couple of weekends time. I've actually got a wedding the day before. My niece is getting married. So I'll have that, and then Saturday is salute day. So I'll be down there early, as I normally get down there early. I bought my ticket as soon as they went on sale, so I've got that. But like last year, I was just I was walking along. I had to get early doors, or early-ish anyway, and walking along with my box with my Titans in, which I was putting into the painting competition. And as I'm just walking along, I just saw like one of the little side doors, and I didn't know what unit it was in, and the guy sitting there, I said, oh, "Excuse me, is this saloon?" And he went, "Yeah, mate, yeah, just come through here." So I just walked in. So that's how I always, as soon as I walk in, and I've done this a couple of times. As soon as I get in there, I go and hunt Mellow Shade out where he's working. So I go down there. The three stalls that I hit first is Wayland, Zing Industries, because normally a couple of guys that I know, like Ben Greaves is normally on there, along with Pete and Alistair as well. So I go over there, and then Annie and Gail, although it's Annie's business, Gail's just working with Bad Squiddo. So they're the three places that I aim to hit first and foremost before anything else. Because all the people there are lovely. Yeah, a couple of years ago, I'm there. You're just looking at me again. How are you in? How are you in this early? Then I'm off to Gen Con in August. Wow. You didn't go Adepticon, did you? That's good, as I have a full day of meetings, so first thing is the best time to see me. Yeah, well, I will not disappoint. I'll always hunt you down, Lee. You know I will. So, what's it? It's Spiel this week, isn't it? Spiel's go. Yeah, Spiel's on this week because I think Arts Stevenson is over there. Because I saw he was like, "Oh, I'm on holiday," because I know he's going to the Star Wars thing at the Excel, which is now next week. So he's booked off his holidays. So he's in Spiel in Essen, and then he's off to the Star Wars, whatever it is. And I've never been. I've done Gen Con, PAX, and Gamma before. I think actually last time I spoke to Darren, I think they'd definitely gone over to the States. So it must have been a Adepticon they'd gone to. And I think Craig was still there. Or is Craig still working for Wayland? I'm not sure. But I think he was involved in a traffic accident. Which was oh, that's not cool. I haven't spoken to Stuart in ages as well. Again, it was just an occasional conversation. It's nothing major. Yeah. See, I remember that. Such drama. So I'm just going over the Timmy stats with Nolan Oil. I did actually notice on I can't remember where now, that I've seen pictures where they've got these little bits in between the sort of here, they've been painted red. So I might actually do that as well. He says, might not though. Oh, Justin's a little bit. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because he was last time he was on. You were saying that he'd had a slight problem, hospital-related visit, and was it like a heart attack, or was it just basically something a lot less, but still as scary? It was a good few weeks ago, I know. It's good news at least. I actually watched the Dystopian Wars video they done when they was playing it with Justin a few weeks ago. Oh, well, that's good. So, beep-a-doop, beep-a-doop. So yeah, so we're actually quite chilled at the moment. I'm just going to check how this thing is going. We've got about 20 minutes left on this one. Ooh, that looks interesting. Let's flip over to something different after this. I'm just adding some more watered down agrax to certain parts that haven't been sort of covered properly. So nice. Beautiful unopened bottle of agrax. Whenever I go into sort of like hobby stores like Wayland and that, I always, oh, there's some agrax on. Better get some on. But yeah, look at the size difference. Look at the size difference. Tiny. That's the one I want. Oh, it was the other day. I was actually I was reminded of a old TV like mini series that I watched in the 90s, which was Ben Elton's Stark, and I actually watched it again the other night. And it's scary how relevant on the modern world it is, even though obviously it's, you know, it is dated, but it was just like, wow, that you could almost say, like, if it wasn't for the bad recording, because it was like a VHS uploaded to YouTube. You could say that is, you know, a lot of stuff going on in that was actually, you could see that actually happening now. You can never have too much agrax. Peter, you cannot have too much agrax. There's no such word. I know everyone goes, oh yeah, no, agrax every day of the week and twice on Sundays. It is the best. It's absolutely flawless. And with these smaller models as well, like, well, I say smaller models, but obviously things with like the detail on them, you know, washes and shades are essential for making them just pop that little bit. Agrax is the goat. It I've missed a piece. Oh my god. All right. Wayland must be getting bored of me though, please. They won't be getting bored of you. They will accept your orders with gratitude and yes. Luke, have you ordered anything from Wayland? Because I know that myself, Mellowshade, Rob, and Peter all have. What are you buying now? Please keep ordering. I'm buying a bigger house. Yes, we have to keep Mellowshade in the lifestyle that he's grown accustomed to. I used to say that to Graham McNeil whenever it was like having hard conversations and all that. So like, I have to keep you in the Fabergé eggs for breakfast. Alright. So I was just catching up on a few bits there. I'll catch on a few more bits now. Well, I have Necromunda Ogrins, but for converting purposes, I bought a BB team and then a champion and then a House of Chains book and then found really cool ogre from Underworlds, which will be converted. Then I remembered I needed Underworld Gobos as well. This does not look like Smashy Pants, but I'm alright with it. You can just buy a set and build it. Okay. This is Rob you're talking about. He can do whatever the damn he wants. Convertomatic 3000. Right. Okay, I'm gonna prematurely jump to this next. Ooh. Okay. I don't know now. Okay, we're going. And typically there's a bloody advert in here which I've got to talk over because you don't want to have anything coming through. I'm auctioning off something. Blah, 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 blah. Skip ads. Thank you. I don't know how they work. I chose this because it said, "Here be dragons." I like dragons. It would be nice just to be able to play stuff. Yes, everything has to be converted. Yes, so as Rob has already pointed out there, everything has to be converted. I'm sorry about any ramblingness there. I have no control over my mouth at times. Sorry. Oh. Just sorting out my hair. Sorry. I'll do. Wear like a scarf. Right. Might need to go over. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over. I bought myself on my visit on Monday some lead belcher air, because I like using air paints with a brush because they go on a lot smoother, especially like when you're trying to do thin layers and stuff. So it makes a huge difference. Brass. So that's one brush lit, baby. Let's get a little pipage. Hold that one as well. So we get the pipage. Lick a paint on the pipe. Yes. Hey. Hello, MC. Hello. How are you? Welcome, 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 as always. What are you up to? You're just chilling with the stream with the epic dragon-related music. Apparently suspenseful, he says. Tiny ships. These are just little frigates. Oh, bugger. Yeah, so getting myself the air paint versions of the, the base paint range colours. It does make a huge difference. Nice. I don't blame you. I'm quite tired myself, but I think I kind of needed this today because work has been an absolute dog. That's so much. Like today, as some of you know, I work in carpets and flooring, and in our store we have these racks, big, massive racks that have huge rolls of carpets on that we can then pull off. Yeah, I said it. And cut to customer size that they can take away with them, or we can arrange for fitting and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, the boss ordered a new range of carpets, and new rolls came in, and they were big muckle rolls of carpets called Lasting Romance. So we had to take down the existing range where the rack it was going to go on to. So we call it remming, when we basically, what's on the rolls we just pull off, measure and cut, and then we put them on a tube, roll them up and stand them up in our rem bays, as we call them. So we've got like 600 remnants in our store. So we had to clear this rack. So we had two small ones, which were easy peasy lemon squeezy, which I did on my own. And then we had a half roll, and then I'd say 2/3 of a roll. And it was a thick carpet, so it was quite heavy as well. So pulling them off, measuring them, cutting them, rolling them, and carrying them around to the racks, standing them up in the red base. So we do all that, and then we had to put on 4 new roll ranges, and these rolls are 25 linear meters. They're like that thick carpet, and they are fucking heavy. So what we have to do is, luckily we've got a little, what's got like a boom truck, which is like a forklift, but with a real 3 meter long like section, like a long boom, which goes into the hole. We lift them up, put them onto a trolley, a barrow sort of thing, 2 wheels, wheel them down to where the rack is. We put a long, the rack bar into the middle of it, and then we get it onto the rack. And these things are weighing, like a whole roll's about 500 kilos easily. Once it's on the rack, we then have to pull it all off to be rolled back on to the actual bars themselves. And doing that 4 times over with heavy, thick carpet really fucking kills. Well, I didn't know you was off. If I knew you was off, I would have asked you to come down. A part-timer. But obviously it was me and Stuart in, so El Presidente Gringo, as they call it. We got it done, but it is very taxing. And especially because we're also doing this while serving customers as well. And there's collections, there's deliveries, there's takeaways, so that's why I've been quite sort of, I do feel quite run down, like work-wise, because it's just like you get in there, you're doing this hard graft, like between my shoulder blades, it's aching, sort of thing. It's a lot of hard graft doing that sort of shit. If I was just serving customers all day, no problem. But when you've got, let's say, to do cuts, takeaways, and all that stuff, fold carpets up to get to customers' cars and all that business, it is very sort of physical as well. So. This sounds a bit odd. Yes, that's my work. I pull off things. I'm not lying. Yeah. Going through my selection of brushes at the moment, trying to find something that's suitable. Pardon me. Windy pops. As I've said before, like when I decided to get involved in this particular game system, I had been listening to We Have Ways of Making You Talk podcast with Al Murray and James Holland, and I had been talking about what do you call it? the battle for the Atlantic. So he's talking about obviously like the Royal Navy, how nobody talks about the Royal Navy really that much in the Second World War. You know, it's all about basically Dunkirk, El Alamein, and D-Day. Is the three most commonly spoke about sort of subjects of the Second World War. And like everyone goes, oh yeah, this sort of thing. And the thing is, the Battle of Atlantic was probably the most important battle out of them all, because it's the one that kept England within the battle, because getting all the supplies from America and the hunting down the wolf packs and stuff. So yeah, listening to them talk about all these things, the Bismarck and Graf Spee and all that sort of stuff. And then obviously on D-Day itself, the impact that the Royal Navy actually had, because they were the ones ferrying stuff over and bombarding the crap out of Normandy and all that sort of jazz. They did so much and get no recognition for what they actually did, and they don't seek it either. It's like, yeah, this is our job. This is what we do. We are the senior service. That's what we do. So yeah, I was right in there with listening to all these stories and stuff. And obviously they mentioned certain films like The Cruel Sea, so I sort of watched that. That was actually interesting because it's so weird, because set in the, a lot of actors that are in it, because it was in the 50s it came out, and a lot of the actors served in the Second World War, and one of the actors in particular was growing up was this actor called Donald Sinden, who was this grumpy old man in this TV comedy called Never the Twain, and you see him in The Cruel Sea, you just don't recognise him. It's so young, right? But I watched another film that was sort of, again, similar to The Cruel Sea, but it's The Greyhound with Tom Hanks, and it's following a ship called the USS Greyhound during the Atlantic crossings. Oh my God, the stuff that they had to put up with when they're being hunted by German U-boats. It's just intense, and that was a really good film. I think it was straight to Apple TV, but if you can check it out, it's worth it. Gosh. Checks. What's going on here? Ooh, yeah, that's a fault. There's a little, there you are. So again, with like contrast paints are quite handy. Where I've painted over certain parts with a metallic, the adding of contrast alters that metallic. So this is Nash Drake Blue, which turns lead belcher into sort of a see coppery. Can I? I don't know. Does what I want it to do. That's the main thing. So. Let that dry a little bit first. So I have got some more of the Excalibur class heavy destroyers I can build, as well as 2 more cruisers, which really, if you're playing this game, you do need to have sort of doubles. We're making fleets up, you've got to have, because your options, you can have like maybe like one choice of a certain type of ship, but then you can have a couple of those to make a squadron out of that one organisation slot, sort of thing. And because when I first started building these things, I sort of went with, I'm going to go with something like that because it looks cool. So I do have, for example, the Hotspur, light strike carrier, whatever, and the Agincourt, which is a bombardment cruiser. So we have these. Oh, I've got to do the wood on them as well. But really need to have 2 of these, or 2 of these, to take up a choice. I haven't really planned out my building plans that well, because different ships have different abilities, obviously, like carrier, bombardment dude. So I need to work on them more, which we'll do some more painting on the wood bits now, because why not? Yeah, I the first one I got was the fleet support box, and I went with what I thought would look cool. So obviously, Agincourt I thought looked really cool, with a massive cannon, and then the Hotspur, because being a Spurs fan, Hotspur, just like, yeah, I gotta have that. And plus I like carriers. Carriers, I know from the Second World War, carriers were the kings of the waves. Also learned when building for cruisers, you can leave certain parts unloose, so you can make different cruisers out of the same set. Right, so you're going to be like flipping out and spreading the love. Is that what you're going to be doing? So a couple more subs I can build. So of the Morgana class, assault subs. So, cruiser-wise, so we've got the frigates, we've got the heavy destroyers, we've got the Hotspur, we've got the Agincourt. This is the Lancelot, and that's the Albion. So this I think really needs. I've got to do another Albion and another Lancelot. So that means more ships to have for battles when I actually get around to actually playing the game at some point. But no, I really do like these little ships. The kits are really fun, and you've got all those options as well, so you're not restricted to just anything. You can do whatever the damn well you please. For the Japanese fleets anyway. Going to try, as there's so many variants, but we'll probably go heavy into submarines as they're pretty amazing. There's some good little sub dudes. As I say, like the thing with the Crown as well, like you've got the Canadians as options. I have no Canadians as yet, so that's something to be should be interesting when I get round to doing them. At some point, they may release Koreans as well. Empires, a lot of countries. Yeah, no, and that's the thing with these guys, like the Crown. You've got obviously Canada, Australia, South Africa, and India, which will have their own sort of options. Because you've got the like the East India Company have obviously in the Orbat mentions of units. So yeah, you've got a lot of stuff for each faction. Has like little sub factions within. So yeah, it's all going to look awesome. Woo! Dude, I just like their ships. I really do like their ships. Mm. There's definitely lots of options and rooms for expansion with this game. I was actually thinking like if I was going to get a second faction involved, I was actually thinking about the Alliance. Maybe that will be something a little bit different. Right. Now, a few shippies. Yeah, Caliburns, Shorted. I'm actually gonna cut and run because I'm feeling really tired. As I said to you at the start, it's been a long old few days. Well, I say like a week or so. It's been really quite hard at work, and yeah, I don't think I can carry on. So I'm going to take my leave and say thank you all for hanging out. We've done quite a bit today. Got some more stuff done on those dudes and these dudes and these dudes. Saturday Night Reaver. Hopefully things will calm down with the Easter bank holiday. Fingers crossed. And we'll be on from 8 as per normal. And yeah, we'll just go from there really. Whether or not I'll be painting these, who knows? Because I've still got some others to build. So I've got a few Excaliburs and one of each of them. Sorry. But yes, so thank you all for hanging out. I know it's only a short one. 2 hours? Not even 2 hours, my God. I can't even manage 2 hours. But yeah, thank you for joining me this evening and seeing my little ships. Having a chat, chilling out, hanging out, which is all good. And so until we all meet again in the vast ocean that is Saturday night, I will bid you all adieu. Arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen. Ta-ta! See ya.